Yes, good evening everyone. Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS class, Daily Takkar Rapid Series, and the class number 146. Today we are going to discuss the lead topic or the first MCQ based on this topic, donkey flight. It was in news recently, right? What do you mean by this flight? And we'll try to solve one MCQ based on this and other 9 topics which are in news relevant to our examination and the 9 MCQs based on them. But before that, there is one small announcement. Already we have started yesterday the ecology and environment module at Lukmaan IAS. I myself is teaching this module since last 4 or 5 years at Lukmaan IAS, and there will be total 15 sessions in this particular module. We'll try to cover here prelims as well as main syllabus comprehensively. There are 3 class tests also, specific emphasis on certain unique topics on the basis of trend analysis, like the species based MCQs they are asking. So we are going to cover so many species in the classroom itself or the protected areas. And agroecology part, many times it is missed in the, let's say, other classes. We know about this. So UPSC is focusing in prelims about the agroecology part. So there will be total 15 sessions and we'll try to cover as much as possible prelims as well as main syllabus here. So if you are interested in covering and enriching the syllabus of environment section, this is the module. Okay. Fine. Now let's discuss today's quotation first, which is helping us to prepare for essay and ethics paper for mains examination. The quote by Mahatma Gandhi: "The day the power of love overrules the power of love for power." ठीक है, तो पावर ऑफ लव, लव ऑफ पावर, 2 की टर्म है. द वर्ल्ड विल नो द पीस. ठीक है, सो दैट मीन्स व्हेन द पावर ऑफ लव, व्हाट इज सेइंग, पावर ऑफ लव विल बी ओवररूल्ड, ओवरवेड बाय द लव ऑफ पावर. Love of power, we know that it is talking about greed to achieve, attain and remain in power, and for that those who are in power, they misuse the power to remain in power, or they have some kind of nexus, they do corruption, arbitrary use of power. So basically this is problematic, this is negative thing, negative conduct. This is what we observe many times by the ruling dispensation or the governments or even the administration and civil servants. So this is problematic, and because of this negative things happens, and there is, we can say that there are conflicts because of this in the society. There is chaos. Okay, there can be violence, communal riots, okay, conflicts, caste, religious conflicts, and because of, let's say, all these things, there is lack of peace. There is lack of peace, harmony in the society. When this will be overcome by the power of love, compassion, welfare, public interest, care, then we can say that the governments, administration, the people, they will work for the welfare of other people. Power of love, then we can say that there will be peace and harmony in the society. So we can say that here they will talk about the solution. Like for example, at present we have conflict in Manipur. Okay, so there are riots, conflict among different communities. So in Manipur, the leaders, or we can say people, they should come forward to find the sustainable solution, long-term solution, and that will come when we have power of love, or let's say when the people show love, compassion towards each other, then we can say that. Otherwise they are trying to dominate each other because of love of power. Because of love of power, or few people who are the leaders, we can say, who are leading the people, common masses, love of power is dominating than the power of love. ऐसे कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स आप दीजिए वर्ल्ड में. रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर, इजराइल पैलेस्टाइन वॉर और कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स, अजरबैजान आर्मेनिया, सब जो है वो लव ऑफ पावर है, इसलिए सारे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हैं ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड इंक्लूडिंग इंडिया. ठीक है, ये सारे एग्जाम्पल्स आंसर में आने चाहिए, एस्से में आने चाहिए. ठीक है. And then you can give references to all the philosophers including Gandhi ji. He has always talked about love, compassion, non-violence. His philosophy is based on this only. Then only he says that peace will be set up, long term, long lasting peace, harmony in the society, non-violence, truth and non-violence. ठीक है. Other people, other philosophers like present day philosopher, like we can talk about pardon me, so Dalai Lama. So he is talking about world peace through love, compassion. He is saying that love or compassion is the only human religion, right? Kindness. यही चीज लिखनी है वहां पर कुछ रेफरेंसेस देते हुए. फाइन, ओके. नाउ मूविंग ऑन, let's talk about the 10 topics. These are the 10 topics. Let's solve these MCQs one by one. Online students, try to give the answers one by one. Let's solve this. What should be answer to the first one? क्या होना चाहिए पहले इसका आंसर? The donkey flight often seen in news, heard in news, is related to which of the following? Yes, donkey. Recently there was this movie also, no? क्या था? डंकी, ना, डंकी बोल के एक शाहरुख खान का मूवी आया है. तो इनिशियली वी वर नॉट अबाउट knowing about meaning of this, but this is the, we can say, word used in Punjab for donkey flight. ठीक है, डंकी बोलते हैं उसको, डंकी. अनऑथराइज्ड इमिग्रेशन टेक्निक्स फॉर एंट्री इनटू डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज. उस मूवी में भी ऐसा ही कुछ दिखाया हुआ है, देख सकते हैं आप ट्रेलर में भी, राइट? So this is nothing but unauthorized. Now recently there was one flight having Indians. This flight was destined to go to Nicaragua, which is Central American country and is considered as gateway for North American countries like USA. Illegal migration के लिए, and it was stopped in France by the French agencies, law enforcement agencies, because they felt that there can be, let's say, chances of human trafficking there. So they intercepted this flight and asked the flight to go back, all the people to go back. In India it has returned to Mumbai. Recently it was in news. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से टर्म बेस्ड क्वेश्चन आ सकता है आपको, डोंकी फ्लाइट. फाइन, मूविंग ऑन. What should be answer to this one? Monocroptophus. Yes, monocroptophus recently mentioned in the news. Consider the following. Monocroptophus is basically the insecticide. There was this article in the Hindu newspaper recently which talked about the farmer suicides, the high level of farmer suicides in Yavatmal district of Maharashtra. So cotton belt, we can say, or rain-fed agriculture, and largely the insecticide use is very high in that region, and the farmers are dying there. There is also high incidence of cancer among the farmers. So ill effects of, we can say, that in high use of insecticide is found there, and one of the insecticide, Monocroptophus, which is banned in, we can say, European Union but not in India. First statement is correct here. It inhibits the activity of acetylcholine enterase enzyme in human and affects the neurotransmission between neurons. This is true. We can say this is the health impact of this particular. There was this question in prelims examination. Look at the nature of question. They are asking carbofuran, methyl aspartate. All these are recently in news. Basically, these chemicals are used as pesticides in, pesticides in agriculture. Okay, so here C is the correct answer. Both statements are correct. Both statements are correct. Okay, so that's why if suppose some pesticides, insecticides are in news, and if they are banned in India, not banned in India, there are ill effects on the health, तो उस तरीके से आपको तैयार करना है. बायो फर्टिलाइजर, बायो पेस्टिसाइड इज ऑल्सो फेवरेट टॉपिक ऑफ यूपीएससी प्रीलिम्स. ठीक है. Yes, recently seen in news, Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project. Many times it is in news. ठीक है, Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project is on Godavari river. Very important, and it is also part of link between Krishna and Godavari. ठीक है, interlinking जो है कृष्णा एंड गोदावरी कैनल जो बनाया जा रहा है आंध्र प्रदेश. ठीक है, कालेश्वरम, डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. फाइन. लिफ्ट इरिगेशन में क्या किया जाता है? पानी जो है लोअर लेट्स से हाइट से ऊपर लेके ऊपर स्टोर करके नेचुरल जो अल्टीट्यूड यूज किया जाता है टू सप्लाई द वाटर टू डिफरेंट रीजन्स, लिफ्ट इरिगेशन जिसको बोलते हैं हम, ठीक है। What about this question? Types of volcanoes are mentioned and some features are mentioned. Like simply dormant volcanoes, we know that they are not or erupted for long period of time and there is less possibility that they will erupt. Dormant volcanoes. Okay. Then the shield volcanoes, Hawaiian volcanoes are examples of shield volcano. This is true, right? Shield volcano में जो होता है basaltic magma जो होता है, basaltic lava हम बोलेंगे उसको, या basic lava जो होता है, ठीक है, basic lava, shield volcano. So it is highly fluid. हम पढ़ते हैं ना ये ज्योग्राफी में, highly fluid होता है. While composite volcano there is acidic lava and this pyroclastic material accumulates near the vent and there is, we can say, the eruption is, we can say, very violent. Violent eruptions happen. Best example of composite, Fujiyama or Mount Fuji in Japan. Mount Fuji in Japan. ठीक है. Then mid-oceanic ridge, yes, basaltic lava is the major component. Mid-oceanic ridge, this is also true, highly fluid. So all four are correctly matched here. All four pairs are correctly matched. Okay. So this is from geomorphology, geography part. Recently Iceland volcano eruption had happened, so that's why it is in news. Cities often in news and the countries they are located in. Okay, Odisha, yes, many times it is in news. Kherson इस बार पूछा था उन्होंने प्रीलिम्स में, तो इसलिए आपको पता होने चाहिए. मेजर ओडेसा पोर्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यूक्रेन, ठीक है, यूक्रेन में लोकेटेड है. बाकू इज द कैपिटल सिटी, अजरबैजान कैस्पियन सी के बैंक पे है, हम बोल सकते हैं कोस्टल सिटी है. दिस इज इनकरेक्टली मैच, दिस इज इनकरेक्टली मैच. उलन बटोर जो है वो कहाँ पर है, मंगोलिया का है, कैपिटल सिटी मंगोलिया, ठीक है, तो ये भी इनकरेक्टली मैच्ड है. नाउ दिस उर्कसुत, ठीक है, उर्कुत जिसको बोलते हैं हम, ये रशिया में सिटी है. दिस इज करेक्ट, वी कैन से. सो ओनली वन पेयर इज करेक्टली मैच्ड हियर, ओनली वन पेयर. तो रीजन एंड सिटीज ऑफन इन न्यूज, ये आपको पूछा जा रहा है, पिछले 2-3 साल से कंटिन्यूअसली ऐसा क्वेश्चन आता है. ओके, तो वन इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Locations are mentioned here and you can read the explanations in detail later on. Now India has free trade agreement with how many of the above countries? Free trade agreement, one of the earliest, let's say, free trade agreement that we signed was with Sri Lanka in 2003. Again we have signed, let's say, ASEAN in goods as well as services. We have free trade agreement with ASEAN and Sri Lanka. Israel and Canada के साथ नहीं है ये दोनों के साथ. तो ओनली 2 इज द करेक्ट आंसर है. एट प्रेजेंट वी आर नेगोशिएटिंग विद यूके, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, यूरोपियन यूनियन, ठीक है, तो अभी चल रहा है एफटीए नेगोशिएशंस. कनाडा के साथ भी है नेगोशिएशन. व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन? हाई करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट मे रिजल्ट इन इन्फ्लेशन इन द इकोनॉमी. देयर इज अ प्रेशर ऑन करेंसी टू अप्रिशिएट इन व्हेनेवर देयर इज हाई करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट. Now, recently it was in news, the term current account deficit. So that's why we have framed concept based question here. High current account deficit may result in inflation in the economy. This is true. Why? Because simply understand that the currency is depreciating here. There are depreciating pressures. ठीक है, appreciate नहीं होता है, currency depreciate होता है, तो ये statement incorrect हो जाता है. Statement 2 incorrect वाला एक ही होता है. C is the correct answer. So high current account deficit may result in the inflation in the economy. Why? Because it is increasing the money supply. ठीक है, it is increasing the money supply in the economy. ठीक है, तो trade deficit काफी ज्यादा होता है, या फिर there is high investment in the economy. इस तरीके से आपको रखना है, याद रखना है, high current account deficit. Second statement is incorrect, so C is the correct answer here. Depreciation. Now what about this one? How many of the factors given above influence the sovereign credit rating? ठीक है, sovereign credit rating, like per capita income is there. Of course, when there is, we have high per capita income, it shows the developed country, nature of development, economic growth. GDP growth is also there. External debt level is also there. ठीक है, if it is sustainable, manageable or not. Inflation rate, yes, inflation is considered as moderate. Inflation is considered as good for economic growth. Okay, and inflation rate is manageable or managed by different countries from time to time. It fluctuates, so it may not be considered or influencing factor, but टू सम एक्सटेंट इट कैन बी ऑल्सो, बट अगर हम इन्फ्लुएंसिंग फैक्टर्स की बात करते हैं तो डायरेक्टली इन्फ्लेशन रेट नहीं आएगा, ठीक है। 1 to 4 यानी कि 3 ही है यहाँ पर, सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर, ठीक है, सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर हियर। नाउ दिस वन, Indian Ocean Naval Symposium, Maritime Security. It is the forum seeking to enhance maritime cooperation navies of littoral states of Indian Ocean. This is correct. Indian Ocean के littoral states, उनके navies जो है, they cooperate among each other. So this is important for maritime security in Indian Ocean region. Indian Ocean Naval Symposium. Indian Navy chaired the inaugural edition of IAS in 2018. You should know that IAS was launched in 2008. An inaugural edition, India was chairing this. Okay, 2008. So this is factually incorrect. First one is correct. That's why answer is one only. Answer is one only. Fine? Okay. Participating nations, you can see in the map so many coastal countries, littoral countries we can say, of Indian Ocean. Now what about this one? Recently, Operation Prosperity Guardian was seen in news, is aimed at securing which one of the following regions? Which one was in news recently? Red Sea, because of drone attacks. Okay. By Houthis, okay, Houthi terrorist we can say from Yemen. Now, Operation Prosperity Guardian is by US. Okay, US Navy or US is basically along with other multi-nation navals, we can say navies. This is basically one operation to protect this secure the Red Sea or Bab al-Mandab region. Bab al-Mandab. It is one of the strait in the Red Sea region, Red Sea connecting to the Arabian Sea region. ठीक है, तो this region is in news. Remember this, it can be asked in the prelims examination. A is the correct answer. Fine. So these are the 10 MCQs. Yes, one small announcement is that we are starting with PT 100 topics program from the 3rd January. Right. So geography, we are starting with the geography. Then thereafter there will be environment section. Thereafter history and polity sections. All sections. First of all, sectional tests will be there as an integrated part of PT 100 topics program. वीकेंड्स पे आपको टेस्ट होंगे, संडे को, सैटरडे को एक सेल्फ असेसमेंट टेस्ट होगा जो प्री अपलोडेड होगा. सो दिस प्रोग्राम इज हैविंग integrated test series for prelims examination. Now this is unique. Why? Because in those PT 100 topics we have identified those 100 topics which are the recurring themes for UPSC examination, from where every year UPSC asks question one way or other way. So the faculties at Lukmaan IAS will discuss these 100 topics in different sessions. All the subject wise faculties will be discussing this, and we have designed in such manner that during weekdays these sessions will be conducted, weekend पे आपको उसी syllabus पे test होगा. ठीक है. So these sessions are important especially to clear the doubts, clear the concepts. Many times students are having doubts, they are not able to get clear all those doubts. तो उसके लिए ये आपको काफी benefit रहेगा. This, you can join this independently also as a PT 100 program separately and PT test series separately also. But I would advise कि आपने इसको integrated format में as a plan to clear the prelims examination. कल ही हमने एक session online लिया हुआ है 5 month strategy for let's say clearing the prelims 2024. So do watch that 1 hour video. It is going to help you and let's say especially to streamline your preparation for prelims examination. Fine. Okay. Let us stop there. Thank you.